Okay, guys, sales is the lifeblood of your business. Now, whether you're just starting out or whether you've been in business for years, there's usually about 20 common mistakes that people make or that maybe hold them up from really accomplishing what they need to accomplish. So, over the next few weeks, I'm going to give you those 20 things to avoid and then how to overcome them if possibly you see yourself in it, or maybe you see that is something that I haven't been able to jump over, Erin. That's the one thing that I haven't been able to get to in order to scale my business. So stay tuned, and I'm going to give you those next 20 things to avoid in order to have a successful sales business. Okay, so let's jump into the first one. And the first one is lack of a value proposition. And what does this mean? This means that, what does your business do differently, right? What are you different at? Okay? If you're in real estate, how do you help them sell their house quicker? If you're in mortgage, how do you offer better products, or how do you get them qualified, or how do you get them a better rate, or what is it that's a value proposition for you? What makes you different? That's your unique value proposition. You guys might have heard this as your UVP, all right? Now, if you don't have something unique, we got to figure this out. Work with somebody and figure out, okay, what is the one thing I do? And now if you're going out and you're saying, my unique value proposition is I offer amazing service and I return your calls every single time and I'll answer the calls on the weekend. I'm sorry, but you will fail. That sucks. That is not good enough. That is not unique. Here's the deal, guys. If you're not answering the calls, if you're not returning calls, if you're not working on the weekends, if you're not doing everything you're supposed to be doing to offer high service, well, then you will fail. Because that's what the minimum that people expect right now, okay? So what is it that's different about you, all right? If you're a landscaper, what's different about what you do, right? What do you do differently? Maybe you check all the sprinkler heads every single time, no matter what you're coming out to do the business, right? If you sell cars, right? What's the one thing you different? You're like, I check on you every single quarter. I call on you. I don't know what your unique value proposition is, but we need to figure it out. You need to ask yourself those questions. You need to make sure that you have something that you're going out to the market with that is unique, that's going to separate you from everybody else. So anyway, remember, mistake number one is that you don't have a unique value proposition. So if you're telling yourself that your unique thing is service or compliance with whatever, if your unique thing is basically the basic, you don't have a unique thing, it's time to figure out what it is. Sometimes it might be you. And don't fail to recognize that. The unique thing might be you. But now you have to brag on that. You have to tell why you're different, okay? For instance, I tell people, if you're going to work with a coach, please do. If you want a coach that holds you accountable, holds your feet to the fire, tells you the things you don't want to hear, you should hire me. If you want a coach that's going to give you theory and going to tell you some things and then they're going to make you recognize that yourself, you should hire a different coach than me, right? Because I'm not that kind of coach. I'm the kind of person that I'm just going to knock it in there. I'm just going to tell you and then you're going to fix it, right? Because I figure we don't need to waste any time. I need to share that with you right away. Now, I'm not going to deliver it like a jerk, right? And that's what you might be your value proposition. You're like, you know what? I can make sure that I can even give you the bad news easy or maybe whatever that thing is, right? So create your unique value proposition. Write it down right now. What are those cool things that you do, that you offer that maybe is different from you than anybody else? All right? Go out there and fix problem number one.